Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's jump right into RuPaul's Drag Race. This is All Stars 5. It's either episode 5 or 6. I know we are at the top 5 girls. This episode was highly boring. Probably the most boring episode of the season. I would say so. Everything that happened this week, I already said last week. Like I told you, Alexis, if you don't win the challenge, you in danger, girl. You in danger. This gonna be a quick review. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It didn't give me anything to be like, ooh, yes, shade, drama. None of it. It was, I fell asleep halfway through it. And then when I woke up, I just wanted to see the lip sync real quick. So I fast forward through what they call it, deliberations, when they talk and decide who they're going to vote for. I fast forward through that just so I can get to the lip sync because Twitter kind of ruined it for me. Twitter ruined it for me because I knew Cracker was in the lip sync, but I thought, where were the girls? Top 5, you supposed to bring back the other girl, the 5 girls who were kicked off already, so somebody can battle back. So where were the girls? Because I saw a quick little glimpse of Cracker and a brunette on Twitter, and I hurried up and scrolled and turned Twitter off because I was like, I didn't want to be ruined. And then I saw somebody else say on Twitter, I can't believe this person won. And so I didn't know who won, but I knew it was Cracker and somebody. And when I saw the brunette, I thought it was Mariah. So I'm like, okay, Mariah is battling her way back into the competition. I was so wrong. I'm happy it didn't ruin all of it for me. But where are your girls, Ru? Where are your girls? I guess he said, Derek, we gonna prove you to be a liar. You ain't coming back. Because y'all remember what Derek said when he got voted off. He was like, don't act like y'all ain't gonna see me again. I guess we ain't gonna see you to the reunion. Anyway, I was disappointed because I felt like if this episode would have brought back the first 5 eliminated queens, it would have added some kind of entertainment value because I was bored. First thing I'm going to talk about, I want to go off of a theory that I have for why Shay voted the way she voted last week, because this whole first part of the episode showed me that Shay 100% believes India. And I feel like it ain't nothing Mayhem, Mariah, any other queen, all of them all said she ain't campaign with them. I feel like it's nothing anyone can say to Shay that will get her to believe Alexis was not campaigning to get her voted out. I already said what I said last week about it. I feel like if Ru didn't want the top girls to be vulnerable, he wouldn't have set the All-Stars up like this. I think Ru doesn't care who goes home when. All-Stars is the opportunity for you ladies to get back on television, to get your followers up, to get your concert ticket sales back up. Like, it's all promotion and it's revenue checks for Ru. I don't think Ru cares who wins All-Stars. It's all pure entertainment, because if he cared about the top queens not being voted off, it wouldn't be set up like Survivor. Period. So Shay, I believe, she believes India. The only reason she voted for India to go home, like if Ru wouldn't have said everybody, if you don't win, everybody's in the bottom, that let Shay know to vote smartly. One, Alexis is exposed. I told you all last week, if Alexis does not win this week, she's going home. None of the girls trust her. India put that doubt in their minds. Is there. 2, if Shay would have voted off Alexis last week, after Alexis did really good at the challenge, Shay is setting up a precedent of let's vote the strongest ones out. And so if Shay didn't win this week, which she didn't, and say Alexis was gone, I don't think Juju, Cracker, India or Blair would have had any issue of voting off Shay this week. So Shay voted off India last week because she didn't want to start the precedent of voting off the strongest girls. And she knew India was going to be gone. She knew Alexa was going to be gone this week anyway, if she didn't win. So anyway, moving on from that, what I want to talk about next. I already talked, it's a ball challenge. I missed the mini challenges. This would have been a great week for a mini challenge because it was too much filler. This episode was so boring. So boring. And how we going to have a ball challenge with only 2 looks? Come out as Rue's cousin, whatever kind of comedic character you want to come out with to be Rue's cousins. And come out in your eleganza out of unconventional materials. Barbecue picnic materials. And half of the materials was material. So it wasn't too unconventional. We're gonna get to the looks last, but it was just too much filler. I didn't this would have been a perfect opportunity for you to bring back the other ladies, especially if you was only gonna do 2 looks, and have everybody compete for the ball, whatever it's called. The eleganza, the runways, and then bring somebody back. And if you would have brought back the other ladies, we could have asked Mariah and Mayhem what was up with the campaign. Moving on, I want to know why don't nobody know how to sew. Juju, like, how can you be on Drag Race season 2, or was she 3? Season 3, All Stars season 1, and you watched all the Drag Race in between, and you know there's sewing challenges. How do you not know how to cut? You should be at home when you know, okay, I've been selected for a season of Drag Race. You should be at the first Joann's Fabrics to get you a sewing one-on-one book. You should be at home practicing how to make little dresses, little shirts, something. Pull out some stuff from the dollar store and get to practicing. I don't understand how every season is somebody, and by All Stars it should be nobody, who's like, girl, you know how to sew. And then India is leaving notes. She left a note for Shay. She left a note and a basket for Blair. Juju is upset she didn't get a note. But you've been reading India in the comments all season. So I don't think Juju was really upset, but it was kind of like, and then she left a cryptic note to Alexis, like, I still love you, girl. You know what you did. Like, it was something like that. And Alexis was like, you don't love me. You don't love me, girl. That was the most drama we got. Cryptic notes. It was more interesting when Juju read the fake note talking about, bitch, you know you was lying. I love Juju. Anyway, I'm trying to make it interesting, y'all. I am trying. Let's just get straight to the runway, because I told you I fell asleep because Rue was walking through the workroom and everybody was crying, and I was like, I fell asleep, and I was like, I don't care. Like, I do care about your stories. I don't want to say I don't care about your story, but no, I didn't care about it last night. It was too much crying. I think at one point in a commercial, Rue was crying, and I fell asleep. I didn't wake up until I saw Rue come out in his pineapple dress, and I said, Rue, you back to wearing ugly dresses. You just get one good dress a season. Because that dress last week was bad. Bad in a good way. But the pineapple dress was a no ma'am. The hair was a no ma'am. And where was Raven? Because the makeup was just, It wasn't all that. It was just on your face. Let's talk about the runways. Cracker's first, the cousin runway, hers was the best. I will agree to that. Hers, just like, Cracker's story was funny and it flowed the best. Her look, she looked like, Coven, American Horror Story. I can't think of the actress's name who played the witch who touched people and touched animals and they came back alive. She looked like that witch from Coven. The good witch. But anyway, that's what her look reminded me of. But Cracker's story from the runway was the funniest. It was the best. Juju had the best line. I'm sorry for being late. I really ain't want to be here. That's me. But the only thing with me is I'm gonna show up so late that it's gonna almost be over. Or I'm just not gonna go. I'm just not gonna go. I'm gonna call and be like, girl, I done got, let me quit talking in case somebody watch it and pick up on my game. But that's me. I can't stand, if it's somewhere I really don't want to be, I'm definitely going to be late because it's going to take everything for me to get out the house. Juju's look was just okay. It looked like she was going to the beach because it looked like a swimsuit with shorts. That hat was everything. I need that hat. You definitely won't get a sunburn on your face with that hat. But her look just wasn't, it was, but ain't nobody look on the first half look good. Now, who came out next? Blair was the Indy 500. It was a no ma'am all the way. The story, none of it was funny. I guess because I also don't relate to any parts of the Indy 500. So that was a no ma'am Blair. Who am I missing? Shay. Shay came out with the Rest in Peace Grandrea t-shirt dress. Nobody else's story was funny. I'll say that from here on out. Like Shay, Blair, and Alexis, I ain't get it. Shay was somebody baby cousin. I don't know. I didn't like the look. It reminded me of the camo look. It looked like the same dress just in a t-shirt form. But I liked it. I did like it because I liked that dress with the camo look. Alexis, she just had on a very skanky mini dress. I was with the judges. I didn't understand why you had to do a rig reveal. You was Rue's housekeeper, but I don't know too many people who invite their housekeepers to the cookout with their family. Like, that's your day off to be with your family. But moving on. So, part one of the runway goes to Cracker and Juju. Part two, and side note, Rue's had his sisters and I guess his actual family on the runway. I thought that was cute. All three of them look just alike. Like, all three of them look just alike. Amazing. I would love to go to one of their family events. It looks like it would be a lot of fun. And I would be here for it. Now let's get to the eleganzas. Cracker, it was creative, but I don't like the boy chest. And it definitely, she could at least have some double-sided tape so the top part of her dress wouldn't be shifting, going opposite ways of her body. I hate that. And you could see it was a boy chest. She didn't contour it or anything. And I just didn't like that. And it wasn't all that. And the best part of Cracker's outfit was the accessories, the hat and the earrings. Creative. She passed. She get a yes ma'am. Who came out next? Juju came out and she the main one talking about she can't sew, but her dress to me looked the best. It wasn't until the judges pointed out her seams that I was like, but I ain't no expert sewer, so by a common eye and a person who ain't really looking for is just seams straight or crooked, I was like, Juju dress is bad. I would wear that. I would have took them watermelons off of it, but it was bad. I like that bright color with that light pink wig. Juju looked good for somebody who was complaining all throughout the episode of not knowing how to sew. I'm going to say something about Shay later. Who came up next? It was Blair. Whatever Blair had on, if she would have left it as that swoosh in a swimming suit, it would have been cute. But when it had to have that long gown with that vertical, what she say, tennis thing on it, it looked a mess. The colors, the purple was beautiful, but when you started adding all those other pastels, it got to be team too much in a bad way. And I was like, Blair, you look a fool. But her hair and makeup couldn't be touched. Blair had the best hair and makeup on the runway last night. Pretty much all the time. Blair's hair and makeup can't be touched. And they talk about you should have had a little bit more slick or a little. No, her hair was perfect to me. That looked good. I'm gonna move on because I don't want to give Blair too much because she still got a no ma'am. Shay came out next, and Shay looked the absolute worst. Argue with me in the comments, read me in the comments, I don't care. Thumbs down the video. Shay looked a hot ass mess. Those two fabrics didn't go together. Whatever she was doing, the stitching was unraveling, and not just on that wiffle ball, whatever thing she had. It looked, when you put I feel like she put the net on and made it a wedding theme to probably cover up the mess that was going on in the back of it. Because it just looked a mess. It was ugly. And I'm like, Shay, how? You the one who went to school for fashion. You the one who helped everyone else look better than you. This a competition, girl. This a competition. Let them figure out their own sewing machines, and you should have been sewing that outfit. The concept was cute. I understood what she was going for, but the execution was awful. And I believe, was it Miss Asia O'Hara had that same situation where she was so busy helping everyone else that her concept was cute, but she couldn't pull off the execution because she ran out of time, and she ended up being in the bottom. And if it would have been a bottom two this week, Shay would have been in the bottom. Moving on, last was Alexis. Alexis, her runway to me was the best. It was the most creative. She used the most unconventional materials, and she made it look amazing. I don't understand why they read her for the bottom part of that skirt. She literally had a kiddie pool as her hoop. So of course it wasn't going to be perfect. But she created a way for that kiddie pool to be her hoop to give her that dimension at the bottom of that dress. It was everything. It was a yes ma'am. Alexis, if you would have did better on the first part of the runway, you probably could have won it because your eleganza was the best. So now they judging. I think I fell asleep through some of the judging, but when I woke up, Cracker was the winner. And so they went backstage, and for whatever reason, it seemed like it was some kind of beef between Cracker and Blair that I just don't remember. What did it happen episode 1? I just don't remember what's going on with Cracker and Blair. This is around the time where I probably just woke up and I said, let's just get on to the lip sync, because I already knew once I saw that Alexis didn't win, she's going home. So let's get on to the lip sync. So we get on to the lip sync. Cracker is on the stage looking a hot fucking mess. A hot emphasis on fucking mess. What the hell did she have on? And what was going on in her tuck area with that bikini bottom? It was very disturbing to me. And I said, just for the looks alone, Cracker, you lose. You lose. You come out here looking a mess. You would have did better in your wiffle ball outfit. I can't think of the name of the song. I know it's Ariana Grande. And it's one more night dun, 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 and take you home. I love that song only because I was introduced to that song in my Zumba class. And whenever my Zumba instructor, shout out to Javi, Whenever he does a ton of fast songs, and you know we look like we getting ready to pass out, and I look like I'm looking at the clock like, okay, we still got 30 more minutes, what the fuck. He throws on that Ariana Grande song as like a slow song to kind of cool us down before he take us back up. And the whole time I want to do the dance move like one, like I was just into it. I'm like, this my Zumba song, come on. Very lackluster lip sync. Like, this should have been a double. Shantae, both of y'all go home. Both of It was Roxy Andrews was the lip sync assassin. I wouldn't give Roxy Andrews lip sync assassin. The only thing Roxy slayed, and I will give her this. Roxy was the one who came up, and she probably ain't came up with it, but she was the only one, the first one on RuPaul's Drag Race. So when we whipped our hair back and forth, she knew she was going to be in the bottom that week. So she put a wig underneath her wig, and she was the one who flipped that wig and started whipping her hair back and forth. And that was a moment of Drag Race history. Like, Ru has created challenges, many challenges from that moment. And I guess for that reason alone, Roxy could be a lip sync assassin, but I just, it's so many others I'm waiting to see, and we ain't got that much time left. Like, when you gonna pull them out? When are the assassins coming out? Because after Alyssa Edwards, it's just been some of RuPaul's girls. Anyway, both of them should have lost to me. The only thing that saved Roxy was her outfits and her ass, because she's had thick and juicy and diamonds, what they call that, a pussy belt across her ass. It looked good. It looked good. I want me one. Where you get it from, Roxy? And Roxy wins. And I agree with that decision, because neither one of them were doing anything. And this was a battle song. You could have got up there and did Javi's Zumba moves, and it would have been better than what those two were doing on that stage. Very disappointed. And of course, Alexis went home. I'll wait till next week to see how everybody voted, but I'm sure everybody voted for Alexis. I'm curious to see if Cracker voted for Alexis or Blair. I don't know. The competition is about to get interesting, because I feel like, I'm going to call it, we going to see next week if I'm right or wrong. Blair is the one to go home next, unless she wins. I think they saved Blair this week so she could be an easy throwaway for next week, because Blair's not going to be in the top 3. It's going to be Cracker, Shay, and Juju. Cracker is not going to win. It's going to be between Juju or Shay. I have always been a Shay Kool-Aid, this is your season. But I'm here for Juju winning too. I'm ready for Juju to get her crown, because Juju has brought it all season. So I'm here for either one of those two. I wouldn't even have given Cracker the win this week. I would have gave it to Juju, because Juju's dress looked good. Anyway, I'm talking way too much for me to have fell asleep through 45% of the episode and then fast forward through the other 30%. So let me go. Get in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought of the episode. I can't wait to discuss it with you all in the comments. And I will see y'all next week, hopefully for something better. All right, y'all. Like, comment, share. Bye.